Hello, I'm Maria Morrison, Doctor of Audiology with Geneva Hearing Services. As an audiologist, I get asked questions all the time. I'm talking about family gatherings, even PTO meetings for my kids. When people find out what I do, they naturally have questions. Unfortunately, one of the most common questions I get is why my hearing aids don't work. And while there's lots of reasons why hearing aids may not be working for someone, I'm going to go ahead and discuss the top 3 reasons, with the third being most important. Now, the first reason a hearing aid may not be working well for someone is that they don't have the correct hearing aid for their hearing loss or their listening needs. Some people choose a hearing aid because their friend got it, and their friend is doing really well, and so they want the same hearing aids as their friend. However, that hearing aid may not be appropriate for the degree of hearing loss they have or for the listening needs or the listening environments that they're going to use the hearing aids in. Another reason is sometimes people choose hearing aids based on price. Again, when you choose it based on price, you may not be getting a hearing aid that's appropriate for your hearing loss or for the environments you're going to use it in. At Geneva Hearing Services, we truly take the time to assess your hearing needs, your hearing loss, but also your listening needs, what environments you're going to use the devices in, to ensure we get a hearing aid that's not only going to meet your budget, but your hearing and listening needs as well. Now, the second reason hearing aids may not be functioning as well as the patient hopes is they may not be programmed appropriately. When a hearing aid enters your ear canal, the size and shape of your ear canal is going to change the frequency response of the hearing aid. The only way to know if a hearing aid is programmed appropriately is to calibrate the hearing aid inside the ear canal using an assessment called real ear verification. Now, unfortunately, many offices do not do real ear verification. So we have people walking around with hearing aids and we don't know if their hearing aids are programmed appropriately or not. However, at Geneva Hearing Services, our doctors of audiology do real ear verification on every single patient. This way we know that the hearing aids are programmed appropriately in order to ensure that you are hearing at your very best. Now, the third and most important reason why hearing aids may not work for someone is that they may have unrealistic expectations. I know it's hard to hear, but hearing aids are not a magic wand. It can't reverse time and help you to hear like you did when you were 20. It's an aid. It's going to help you hear better. We can only bring people to the best of their own abilities. And when I talk about own abilities, you need to remember that when we hear, our ears are simply collecting the sound, and it's our brain that has to interpret the sound. So if your brain's own ability cannot interpret sounds correctly, a hearing aid can only help you so much. The longer you wait to get a hearing aid, the more difficult it is for your brain to interpret the sounds. When that happens, hearing aids alone are not going to be enough. You're going to need additional technology to help you hear well. At Geneva Hearing Services, we assess your ability to hear in quiet, but also your ability to understand speech in noise as well. This will give us realistic expectations on how hearing aids are going to work for you. Now, those are the top 3 reasons why hearing aids may not work for someone, and I hope you found this video helpful and informative. If you have any further questions, please call the office and schedule a hearing test. Just like you get your vision tested annually, you should have your hearing tested every year as well. And remember, at Geneva Hearing Services, we want you hearing at your very best.